Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Christine, and I am a registered nurse, an ostomy and wound specialist as well. And I thank you for attending tonight's webinar, and I hope you can gather a lot of information from it. So I'd like to start by saying that figuring out what to wear when you have a new ostomy can be very challenging. And a big factor that plays a part in how you dress will be where the stoma is placed. So for stomas that sit below the waistline, certainly things are a little bit easier and it's less challenging. But if you have a stoma that sits above the waistline, we need to have a little bit of thought in how you dress. So new ostomates. Initially, after surgery, your belly is going to be bloated and distended. Usually you're wearing loose, comfortable clothing. Average weight loss with an ostomy surgery is 10 to 15 pounds. And that will, after a couple of weeks, you'll stop the losing of weight and you'll maintain for a short period of time. And then you'll start putting your weight back on as your appetite and your healing process is less. So I do recommend that you don't purge the clothing from your closet because a lot of the things you have, you probably can wear, and it will just take some adjustment for that. So the biggest concern, the number one concern, is visibility of the pouch. So that's what most people do when they dress, is try to avoid that visibility. So the first thing you do want to do is make sure that you're emptying your pouch as needed. Usually when it's 1/3 to 1/2 full, that will keep it as a lower profile. If you're wearing dark colors, that helps minimize the bulge. If you're wearing clothing with patterns, that also will help minimize any bulging from the pouch as it fills. And wearing loose t-shirts or flowy type tops. If your stoma is below the waistline, you do want to consider high-waisted slacks, or if you're a guy, wearing pleated trousers. That is very helpful as well. Next slide. So we do want to start with undergarments because that will help minimize your ostomy pouch. First, you want to choose what you're wearing underneath. There's many options with that. I love the Ostomy Secrets wrap, and that one is not pictured, but I do have one here, and it does have these pockets. I don't know if you can see that on the inside that holds and supports your pouch. And if you wear this a little snug, it's going to work like Spanx, so it will hold that pouch nice and close to your body. There's ostomy specific underwear, men's and women's, and those work great for stomas that sit below the waistline. If you're above the waistline, then I would definitely recommend the wrap. Again, Spanx or a maternity band is something that you can wear that is great for supporting a peristomal hernia, but it also will help slim that abdomen and the pouch itself as it fills. Next slide. So now we do want to talk about protection and protecting your stoma. And a lot of these protection devices really help to minimize the contour of your pouching system. So the Stoma Guard, there's a number of them out there. Number one, they're going to protect from injury. It's a layer between your stoma and the waistband or your belt if you're going to wear a belt. They're great for wearing if you're using a shirt tucked into your slacks. That will also help minimize it. And it's great for wearing a seatbelt if you're a driver. It will still allow ostomy flow. Won't hinder that at all, but it will still protect against the seatbelt going across your abdomen. Again, if your stoma is above the waist, you do want to consider that maternity band or the wrap. The stealth belts, this is for men and for women. There's multiple kinds. Here is a stealth belt. This one is vertical, so you would wear the pouch sideways, and there's a picture of that as well. And on the bottom, there is a zipper, so you can easily empty your pouch and then put it back in and zip it back up. And that is good for ostomies above the waistline or below the waistline. And then again, they make that vertical pouch. So if you have an ileostomy and it fills pretty frequently, you want it to where it will loop down so that you can wear your pouch vertically. Next slide, please. Now, clothing for men. Again, high-waisted slacks is a good choice, and you can find them out there. Pleated trousers that allows nice amount of room as your pouch fills. Great, again, for stomas below the waist. If you're using casual clothing, loose-fitting, elastic-type waistbands, and use untucked shirts. If your stoma is above the waist, I would suggest the wrap, because sometimes your pouch may hang below the bottom of your shirt and you don't want that. So wearing that wrap, excuse me, will offer support, but again, hide your pouch. Now, as far as jeans go, you want to avoid wearing tight-fitting jeans. Consider the stretch denim. That's very helpful. And I just found a website called I Am Denim. It's their jeans made in the UK, and they have built-in support for the upper abdomen. And you'll see a picture here on the slide. It works very similar to that maternity band, but this is built right into the jean, and it is great for anybody who's had a abdominal surgery and you need a little bit support. Maybe you have a hernia in the upper abdomen, whether you have a stoma or not. This is a perfect choice for jeans because it will help support that. Next slide. Now, formal clothing for men. You can find high-waisted pleated trousers. There's a picture right here. You can consider wearing suspenders rather than using a belt. Suit jackets work great to help hide and conceal your pouch. For tucking in that shirt, if it's above the waist, again, a stoma guard. There is a product out there called Stoma Dome, which sits right on your pouch, and that will help minimize the look of your pouch as well. And if you're having a suit made, discuss your needs with your tailor. The tailor can certainly put some type of elastic on the sides or expandable waist to allow for that. And also to make sure that you have enough room for your pouch as it fills. Next slide. Now, women's wear. So there's a bunch more options for women than there are for men. However, all of the things we just discussed for men are work for women as well. So I will start by talking about the panties, ostomy specific. These particular ones on the slide are made from Ostomy Secrets. They do have high-waisted, actually all of their panties are high-waisted. So if your stoma sits below the waist, these are perfect for that. They do not restrict the flow. You can get them in briefs. You can, they're available in boy shorts or girl shorts, they may call them. They're available in thongs. You can get lacy underwear. You can get cotton ones or microfiber, and those are great for everyday wear. Next slide. Now, dresses. So, if you're going to wear something slim fitting, you want to look for something with ruching or gathering along the abdomen. Wearing Spanx underneath is going to hold things nice and tight and minimize the look of that pouch. Again, a stoma guard is a good option, and you do want to empty your pouch frequently. And then you can certainly wear flowy casual type dresses that are fitted on the top, but they tend to, more like an A-line, flare out below the waist. Choose a pattern instead of solid color. This helps minimize the being able to notice the bulging of the pouch. Maternity dresses, again, that's another option because they are a little bit bigger around the middle. With the maternity dresses, though, you may have to hem the front because you won't have a belly big enough to offset that extra material. And jumpers are another great thing. Jumpers are great for the winter. A lot of times they're sweater-like material, very loose fitting, and I would wear something supportive underneath. The other thing I would consider with a jumper is wearing leggings, because those are stretchy, and in the winter months, you're going to want that warmth anyway. Next slide. So tops that you can wear. Again, something flowy is going to be better. Can be fitted up on top. If you're wearing something that's not quite flowy, you can consider wearing a tight fitting tank or a camisole underneath. That will help minimize the bulge. Spanx that are high waisted, or a wrap for stomas above the waist. And then if you happen to have a stoma below the waist and you have great abdominal muscles, wearing that midriff top where you can show your belly is great. Consider pairing it with a pair of high-waisted pants or jeans. And that way you can be very fashionable. Next slide. So pants, jeans, shorts. All right, a lot of people, especially young ones out there, they like those low-rise jeans. I would wear either a stoma or an ostomy wrap with that. You can wear these pouch covers, which will help conceal the pouch. Leggings, again, are they're fitting, but they offer support. And most times if you're wearing leggings, you're going to be wearing a flowier top over it. And then maternity pants. And there's a picture of a maternity jeans here. They offer that elastic sections in it to allow extra room for when your pouch fills. Next slide. So accessorizing. So there's lots the women can do to help take the eye away from your waistline. So wearing the bold necklaces that will pull the eye up. Long scarves, such as this one in the picture. You can wear them wrapped, and again, it will pull the eye up. Wearing flowy vests or jackets. Those are nice to be also helping to conceal your pouch. And then you don't want to wear belts. I would avoid dresses with belts unless the belt sits a little bit higher at the waist. But certainly something that's more flowy, so avoid the belts. Next slide. So in ending our discussion about dressing, because you need to find unique ways to wear your clothing, we want you to be stylish. We want you to be unique and wear lots of things in your wardrobe. So we just have to alter things a little bit. And you can do this without spending a whole lot of money. And it's all about what works for you and what keeps you comfortable. Now, I do want to give credit to veganostomy.com. I found a lot of great information on that website, along with some pictures of people who you can't tell that they have stomas, and they dress just like everyone else. So I'd like to give them credit. Now, if you have any questions, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and put them right into the question and answer, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And I don't know if any of you out there have had to really rearrange much of your closet. I do know that with ileostomies, oftentimes people will tend not to wear tight-fitting clothing because that pouch fills much more frequently than a colostomy. But again, typically ileostomies are in the lower portion of the abdomen, and so there's a lot we can do with that.
You can add your question to the question and answer, and Christine will be happy to reply to that. Oh, I think we have a question. So we have a question about women's swimsuits.
Oh, yes. So swimsuits. There's a couple of websites out there. Ostomy Secrets does make a couple of swim bottoms. You would certainly wear whichever type of top, so tankini type is appropriate for people with stomas. So if your stoma is below the waist, these Ostomy Secrets, they make a swim skirt, and they also make swim shorts, and that has a pocket in it to support your pouch. There is also another website called SIL, SIIL Ostomy, and they make some unique ostomy swimsuits as well. Actually, I'm going to put them in the in that question and answer.
I've added SIL Ostomy for you.
Oh, beautiful. And Ostomy Secrets. That
I'll
would
add
be
that as well.
perfect. Yeah, so those are the two most common ones that I see. So check there first. And I have actually used just a regular swimsuits like tankinis. And I pick a top that is somewhat longer, that will come down a little bit below the waistline. And then any type of bottom that you're wearing, certainly it is covered. So I've done swim skirts that are not made for ostomy, and that worked well.
I hope that answered your question. Do we have any more questions?
And I'd also like to put out there for anybody out there, if you have a topic you would like discussed, please feel free to put it in the question and answer section. As the fall weather starts coming in, certainly we'll do something for as the weather gets cooler, something for the fall. We'll do something for the holidays as well. But if there's any other topic that you'd like discussed, I'll be more than happy to look into that for you. And again, our support groups are always held the fourth Thursday of every month. And if you're not able to make it to the webinar, these are published also on YouTube on the HPFY not website, the HPFY YouTube site.
We have one more question. They're looking for some way they can contact you, like through your email address or anything. And the specific person represents the Bladder Cancer Network and would like to connect with her, would like to connect with you. So
absolutely. On the title page, I did put my my email. It is Christine, and that's CHRISTINE at HPFY.com.
I've added that to the answer.
Beautiful. Yeah, we seldom talk a lot about urostomies, but managing them is very similar to managing an ileostomy. And so a lot of our information is of benefit to those with urostomies.
Any more questions?
We got a quiet bunch tonight.
Don't be shy. You can ask all your questions here.
So Nishat, have you learned a lot about ostomies tonight?
I did. This was really interesting. Definitely an interesting. I've heard about ostomies, but I didn't know so much depth about it. And you know, the different accessories and clothing that you spoke about was really great. I'm sure it's going to be helpful for so many people here.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's tough because you just feel like everybody can see your ostomy. And what I didn't mention is when you look down and you look at your ostomy, you will see the bulge much more than someone looking directly at you. So, so keep that in mind.
Well, we have so many options now, so there's nothing to worry, and we can actually at least spread awareness about it. So that's a great thing. Yes,
yes. Now, interestingly, the HPFY website will be carrying the stealth belt shortly, if it's not already on there. I did find on the website, there are some other wraps. They're not ostomy secrets, but this one actually has an opening. Let's see if I could find it here. It has an opening right here. So this will be against your belly and your pouch could come through, but then it's covered. So it fits nice and snug, and that will minimize. A lot of the ostomy supply companies may have other types of wraps that will minimize the pouch. Not all of them will have a pocket to support the weight of it, but at least as far as minimizing, the tighter you wear them, and I don't recommend that you wear something like Spanx for long periods of time, just because you don't want to hinder the output of your ostomy. And if things are too tight, sometimes that can hinder the output. So again, if it's a special occasion, you do want to go into the bathroom and empty your pouch fairly frequently, just to give it a break and allow output to flow, but always doable.
Don't see any more questions.
Okay, well, so again, feel free to email me since we put our
Oh,
email out
we do
there.
have one question. I'm sorry to
Oh, great.
interrupt. Oh, okay. Thank you. They're just saying that if they wish they had more questions, but for now, I think you've cleared everything. So, but you're more than welcome to reach out through email and all your questions will be answered.
Yes, absolutely. Additional stuff, feel free to send me an email. I typically am online at HPFY on Monday evenings, Tuesday evenings, Thursday evenings. Occasionally throughout the day, I'll be able to pop on. Typically the weekends I take off because I do work 2 jobs. So, but I will always get back to you. So I just might need a little bit of time, like a day or 2.
I don't see anything else so far, so.
Well, I thank you for taking the time to spend with us tonight. I look forward to providing you with additional information. And hopefully you can make our next month's webinar. Thank you again.
Thank you.